Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, students? Assalamu alaikum. Okay, Aisha. Thank you so much. नहीं है इस पर. Assalamu alaikum. Beta, this is our lecture number 21, and I hope you can hear me properly. Okay, thank you, Sheroz, Vania, Aisha. Walaikum assalam. Okay, thank you, all of you. Okay, beta, open your books. And as I told you that this is our lecture number 21, and the chapter name is Physical Features of the World. Okay, as I told you that the chapter name is Physical Features of the World, and in the previous lecture also we are going to and today also we are going to discuss our continents. In the previous lecture I gave you the detailed information about the three major continents of the world, and now I will give you the detailed information about the remaining four continents of the world. Is it clear? So open your books, and today we are going to discuss the page number 43. Is it clear? So open your books. You have a pen or pencil with you, so you can underline the important points of the chapter, and then again um, you have to already uploaded your assignment, homework assignment, and you have to maintain your indices properly, and then you have to start your home assignment, and I hope you will write and you will do the work neatly. So let's start our today's lecture. As I told you that I repeat that your chapter name is Physical Features of the World, and the topic is continents. Is it clear? The topic is continents, and this is our topic. And I told you that in previous lecture I gave you the information, detailed information of the first three major uh, continents of the world, and you know that the landmass of the world is subdivided into the seven continents, and these seven continents are Asia, Africa, Europe, North America, South America, Australia, and Antarctica. And we have already discussed the continent Asia, Africa, and Europe. So today we are going to discuss the continent North America. Is it clear? So open your page number 43. So we are going to discuss North America. So you can see that North America is the third, North America basically is the third largest continent of the world. So basically, we are going to discuss the continents, remaining four continents, and we have already discussed the first three continents which are given in your book. So um, this is the uh, third continent of the world, and mainly includes Canada and the United States. So, is it clear? Underline these lines. North America is the third largest continent and mainly includes uh, Canada, the United States, Greenland, and Mexico. So, a narrow strip of mountain called the Continental Divide passes across the continent from north to south. So, what is question is that what is the Continental Divide? Once again, I will read the line. A narrow strip of mountains called the Continent Divide, which is which passes across the continent from north to south. So this continental divide actually passes across the continent, and direction is north to south. So its direction is north to south. So first of all, question is what is the continental divide? So you can write the meaning of the continental divide on your book at the top of your book. You can after that you can understand very well the meaning and the meaning of the name continental divide. So continental divide is a boundary that separates a continent's river systems. Is it clear? That is a boundary which separates the river system of a continent. So you can write the meaning of the continental divide. That continental divide is a boundary that separates a continent's river system. And remember, each river system feeds into a different bay or sea. यानी कोई भी जो रिवर है वो कहीं भी जाकर उस हर एक का डिस्टिंक्ट यानी अलग से एक स्पेशल रिवर का फ्लो है जो किसी ना किसी समंदर में जाकर गिरता है. So each river system feeds into our distinct bay or sea. Actually, the continent divide is a boundary that separates a continent's river system. Is it clear? So continent divides are broad and continent wide. यानी जो continent divides होती हैं वो अपने size में बहुत broad होती हैं. Is it clear? So the continent divides are broad and continent wide. Is it clear? Any problem? Tell me in your chat box. The meaning of continent divide is clear in your minds? Okay. So take the take your pencils and also underline the important points of the book. You have to underline the important points. So now look at your book on page number 43, and you can see the some you can see the some pictures of continental divides there in your book. And now you have to understand the meaning of continental divide. So it is also called the Great Divide. Is it clear? A continental divide, also called the Great Divide. And as I told you that it passes across the continent, or you can say it passes continent wide from north to west in the North America. It is clear. And now you can see that a narrow strip of mountains. Once again, I read this line and then I will explain you. The a narrow strip of mountains called the continent divide, also called the Great Divide, and it passes across the continent from north to south. Look at the next line. Rivers flowing towards the east of the divide drop in the Atlantic and the Arctic Ocean. And I told you when I was explaining the meaning of the divide that each and every river drop in a specific ocean. So rivers flowing towards the east of the divide ड्रॉप इनटू द अटलांटिक एंड आर्कटिक ओशियन, यानी इस कॉन्टिनेंटल डिवाइड के ईस्ट में जो रिवर्स हैं वो कहाँ पर जाकर ड्रॉप हो रहे हैं, अटलांटिक ओशियन में एंड द आर्कटिक ओशियन एंड इन द आर्कटिक ओशियन। बेटा डिवाइड, नॉट डिवाइड, ड्रॉप। Look at the sentence carefully. Rivers flowing towards the east of the divide. And what is the divide? That is the, look at the previous lines, continental divide. So ये जो कॉन्टिनेंटल डिवाइड है, यानी दरिया जो हैं वो जहाँ पर डिवाइड होते हैं किसी भी कॉन्टिनेंट के, उनकी जहाँ पे बाउंड्रीज होती हैं, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड कॉन्टिनेंटल डिवाइड। और उस डिवाइड, कॉन्टिनेंटल डिवाइड के ईस्ट में जो रिवर्स फ्लो करते हैं वो रिवर्स ड्रॉप होते हैं। ड्रॉप मीन्स गिरते हैं। आपको पता है कि हर रिवर जो है वो किसी ना किसी ओशियन के साथ जाके मिलता है। तो लाइक सेम लाइक दिस, रिवर्स फ्लोइंग टूवर्ड्स द ईस्ट, ईस्ट की तरफ बहने वाले जो दरिया हैं उस कॉन्टिनेंट डिवाइड की, कॉन्टिनेंटल डिवाइड के ईस्ट में जो बहने वाले दरिया हैं, दे ड्रॉप इनटू द अटलांटिक ओशियन एंड द आर्कटिक ओशियंस एज वेल। Is this point clear in your mind, Aisha? बेटा हलीमा, अभी मैंने इतनी बार बताया कि मीनिंग बताया है कॉन्टिनेंटल डिवाइड का। अब आपको समझ आ गई हलीमा? ओके। So you have to listen and read these lines very carefully, beta, and underline the important lines as well, क्योंकि इसमें बहुत सारी आपको डायरेक्शंस एंड रिवर्स के बारे में बताया जाएगा। तो अगर आप उनको समझ के पढ़ेंगे और सुनेंगे तो फिर ही आपको समझ आएगी। ठीक है? I repeat, rivers flowing towards the east of the divide drop in the Atlantic Oceans and Arctic Oceans. So remember that once again, I want to tell you that what is the meaning of, listen Halima and Aisha very carefully, and all of you, beta, what is the meaning of कॉन्टिनेंटल डिवाइड? कॉन्टिनेंटल डिवाइड इज अ बाउंड्री। जैसे आप समझें कि कोई ऐसी बाउंड्री विच डिफ्रेंशिएट द वन प्लेस टू अनदर प्लेस और वन कंट्री टू अनदर कंट्री, तो आप उसे क्या कहते हैं? बॉर्डर्स कहते हैं। एक्सक्यूज मी। इसी तरह से continental divide is a boundary that separates a continent's river system। किसी भी कॉन्टिनेंट के रिवर सिस्टम को जो बाउंड्री सेपरेट करती है दूसरे कॉन्टिनेंट के रिवर सिस्टम से, दैट इज कॉल्ड द कॉन्टिनेंटल डिवाइड। और उस डिवाइड के फिर जाहिर है साइड बाय साइड या उसकी डिफरेंट डायरेक्शंस में रिवर्स फ्लो कर रहे होंगे। then the rivers flowing towards the east of the continental divide, और वो रिवर्स कहाँ पर गिरते हैं? वो ओशियंस में जाकर मिलते हैं। these rivers flow towards the east of the continental divide drop into the Atlantic Ocean and the Arctic Ocean, while those flowing towards the west drop in the Pacific Ocean। Underline, beta, underline these lines very carefully in your books. Now you have to understand that the rivers coming from the east side of the continental divide, there are two main points. First of all, the rivers coming from towards the east of the divide drop into the Atlantic and the Arctic Oceans. And then point number two, the rivers flowing towards the west. First of all, I'm telling you about the rivers which are those are flowing towards the east of the continental divide, and then I'm telling you about the rivers which are flowing towards the west of the drop west of the continental divide, drop into the Pacific Ocean. So there are 2 points. Rivers coming from the east drop into the Atlantic and Arctic oceans, and then the rivers flowing towards the west drop into the Pacific Ocean. Is it clear? If you will give the numbers every on the paragraphs, then you will learn this very well. So give the numbers no, on the points, different points of the different paragraphs. This point is clear. Okay. So next one is the part of the continent towards the east of the continental divide can be divided into two parts. In this lecture, you can see that there are many types of directions and things. Beta Vanya and Jay Kumar, turn off your cameras, beta. Thank you. So northern plateaus and coastal plateaus. Now you can see that the part of the continents towards the east of. We will discuss everything uh, with the reference of the continental divide. So listen very carefully. Now, first of all, we discuss the rivers of the continental divides of the North America, and then we will discuss the different plateaus, and you can see that the part of the this part of the continent towards the east of the continental divide can be divided into two parts: नॉर्दर्न प्लेटूज एंड देन द कोस्टल प्लेन्स. यानी कि इसकी जो ईस्ट साइड थी, पहले हमने वहाँ पर रिवर्स को देखा, वो वहाँ कहाँ पर फ्लो कर रहे थे. ईस्ट के जो रिवर्स थे कॉन्टिनेंटल डिवाइड्स के, वो कहाँ पर कर रहे थे फ्लो, और ड्रॉप कहाँ पर हो रहे थे? अटलांटिक ओशियन एंड देन आर्कटिक ओशियन. नाउ देयर आर द also they divided the continental divide from the east of the continental divide. It can be also divided into two parts. यानी अब उसकी ज़मीन को, उस एरिया की लैंड को दो हिस्सों में डिवाइड किया गया है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल नॉर्दर्न प्लेटूज एंड देन द कोस्टल प्लेन्स. के कोस्टल एरियाज के जो प्लेन्स हैं वहाँ पर उसको कहाँ पर डिवाइड उसको दो हिस्सों में डिवाइड किया गया है. Beta Aisha, check your phone or check your device, your internet connection. Is my voice clear? Tell me, beta. Aisha, Halima. Most of the students are saying that my voice is clear, beta. Aisha, Hassan, and Rida. Yes, Rida, my voice is clear. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, beta. Thank you, Sheroz. Thanks a lot. So, beta, listen carefully. As I told you that the part of the continent towards the east also can be divided into two parts, northern plateaus and then the coastal plain. So the area to the west of the continental divide may also be divided into two regions once again. Now we are going to discuss Aisha, Saida Aisha beta. First of all, we have discussed that Alishbar is one. Alishbar is one. Erase the screen, beta. Okay, thank you. The part of the continent, first of all, we have discussed the eastern side, and then we are going to discuss the western side of the continental divide. So the area to the west of the continental divide may also be divided into two regions. ईस्टर्न एरिया को भी दो रीजन्स में या दो पार्ट्स में डिवाइड किया गया था, एंड देन द वेस्टर्न area of the continental divide may also be divided into two regions. In the north is a low-lying plain and include the Ozark Plateau. The name of the plateau is Ozark, and which is heavily forested. यानी ये बहुत डेंस फॉरेस्ट है यहाँ पर, बहुत ज़्यादा घने जंगलात हैं यहाँ पर। तो इसको क्या है, दीज टू द वेस्टर्न side of the continental divide may also be divided into two regions. In the north is a low-lying plain and then includes the Ozark plateau, which is heavily forested. So please give the numbers of your paragraph. You can write the number one. You can underline this line, that the eastern side of the continental divide can be divided into two um, two parts, and then you can underline and you can give the number one. One is northern plateau and then the coastal plain. Then you can underline the western side of the continental divide, and it may also divided into two regions. Then you have to underline the two regions, this line, and then you can give the number one. The north is low-lying plain, and then you can give the number two, includes the Ozark plateau, which is heavily forested. Is it clear? So, this is a very important thing, and you have to underline all these things. Okay. The southern boundary is defined by the Panama Canal, constructed by a French company for the US government in 1912 AD. So these are the most important lines of the North American continent. So now look at your books, and we will discuss these lines in detail once again, and then I will move forward. So look at your book. First of all, I told you about the rivers of the, in the previous slide I told you about the rivers of the continental divide of North America in detail. Now in this slide I told you the eastern side of the continental divide, and you can see there in your book that the part of the continental divide, the eastern side of the continental divide, can be divided into two parts, as I told you. And the first part is northern plateau and a second is coastal plain. So the plateau is, first of all we are going to discuss the northern plateau. Is it clear? We are going to the eastern side of the continental divide, and it is divided into two parts, and we are going to discuss the northern plateaus. Is it clear? So you can see that this is a very dry, rocky region, while a coastal plain has fertile soil and forms the most densely populated region of the United States, including Washington, D.C. and New York City, and the coastal plain stretches further below and includes part of Mexico too. सो ये तमाम जो सिटीज़ हैं इसके अंदर इंक्लूडेड हैं कोस्टल प्लेन्स में। और इसके साथ साथ नॉर्दर्न प्लेटूज जो हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा क्या हैं, वो ड्राई रॉकी रीजन है, और कोस्टल प्लेन उतना ही कंपैरेटिवली फर्टाइल सॉइल है उसकी, और वहाँ पर वो डेंसली पॉपुलेटेड है एरिया। यानी आप अगर कंपैरिजन करें तो यहाँ पर रॉकी माउंटेन्स हैं एंड रॉकी रीजन है, और यहाँ पर जो है कोस्टल प्लेन्स। दिस इज़ वेरी फर्टाइल एरिया एंड इट हैज़ फर्टाइल soil and forms the most densely populated region of United States, and then Mexico as well. Turn off your mics बेटा, mics को ऑफ कीजिए बेटा। Then you can see the next point, the western side of the continental divide. It may also be divided into two regions. One is north low-lying plain, and then the Ozark plateau, as I told you, that which is a heavily forested plateau, and further below is highland area and consists of many mountains, ranges, and plateaus, including the Mexican plateau. Is it clear? Including the Mexican plateau. Next one, uh, we will discuss the major rivers. Underline all these lines, important lines, and underline the line major rivers on the western side of the continental divide are there are also two types of river there. Major rivers are the on the western side, and the few rivers are there on the eastern side. Is it clear? So there are two types of the rivers, major rivers, and then the fewer rivers. Major rivers are from the western side, and then the few rivers are there from on the eastern side. Is it clear? So last one, you can see that the southern boundary is defined by the Panama Canal, and the southern boundary is defined by the Panama Canal, constructed by a French company for the US government in 1912. Underline these lines, beta. Underline the last three lines of your topic. Hurry up. Okay. Next one is, okay, next one is, I think you have to underline these lines, and you can see the beautiful picture of the Panama Canal, and then you can see the Rocky Mountains and the dense forest of the North America. Is it clear? This is the picture of Panama Canal, and then this is the beautiful picture of rocky regions, and then the beautiful picture of dense forest of the North America. So next one is South America. Better turn off your mic. Okay, South America. South America is the fourth largest continent and is situated to the south of the North America between the Atlantic, Pacific, and Antarctic Oceans. So, the areas in the northwest and west of the continent are covered mostly with the high Andes Mountains. So, underline these lines. The areas in the northwest and west of the continent are covered mostly with the high Andes Mountains, and the eastern coasts are also covered with mountains, but they are lower than the Andes. So, which is the highest area of the northwest and west of the continent? That is the Andes Mountains, and the another area is present also there, the eastern coast. The eastern coasts are also covered with mountains, but these mountains are lower than the Andes Mountains. So the greatest river is the Amazon, and which starts in the Andes and empties in the Atlantic. Is it clear? It starts from the Andes Mountains and ends into the Atlantic Ocean. Is it clear? So look at your book, and I will discuss with you the first point of the South America. South America is the continent and is situated fourth continent and is situated to the south of the North America between the Atlantic, Pacific, and Arctic Ocean. So look at your book. as I told you that the south of it is from the south of North America between the Atlantic. It is situated the North America between the Atlantic, Pacific, and Arctic oceans. So the largest country of this continent is Brazil. Underline this point. The largest country of the continent South America is Brazil, while the most densely populated country is Argentina. Is it clear? So the most populated country is of this continent is Argentina. So next point is very important. Next paragraph is very important of the South America. So look at this paragraph very carefully. Next paragraph and underline first 4 or 5 lines which I'm going to read. The areas in the northwest and west of the continent are covered mostly with the high Andes mountains. As I told you, this point is here. And then the area, as I told you, which is covered mostly with the high Andes mountains, and the eastern coasts are also covered with mountains, but they are lower than Andes. As I told you in my slide, between these mountain ranges, the land mostly consists of plains, plateaus, and some smaller ranges parallel to the Andes in the center. So the point is this that between the area of the Andes mountains and the lower mountains, the area between these two mountains is full of the beautiful plains and plateaus. Is it clear? सो आप यानी कि साउथ अमेरिका में एंडीज प्लेन्स जो हैं दे आर कवर्ड विद स्नो. And these are Andes mountains are beautiful mountains, and they are the highest. They are the highest mountains, and they are the highest than the lower area, eastern coast. So eastern coast में भी mountains मौजूद हैं. Look at this point. The eastern coasts are also covered with mountains, but they are lower than the Andes. सो ईस्टर्न कोर्स की जो माउंटेन्स हैं और एंडीज की जो माउंटेन्स हैं उनके जो दरमियान का एरिया है बिटवीन देयर आर दिस एरिया कंसिस्ट ऑफ प्लेन्स प्लेट्यूज एंड सम स्मॉलर रेंजेस पैरेलल टू द एंडीज इन द सेंटर. यानी वहाँ पर मज़ीद पहाड़ भी हैं जो पैरेलल चलते हैं एंडीज के साथ साथ चलते हैं. बट एंडीज माउंटेन्स आर द हाइएस्ट माउंटेन्स ऑफ साउथ अमेरिका. So the greatest river is Amazon there, which starts in the Andes and ends into the Atlantic Ocean. After traveling through the different cities and different areas, it is the second longest river of the world. Which river is the second longest river of the world? Write down in your chat box and tell me which is the second longest river of the world. But this river carries the greatest volume of water of any river in the world. Because this is the second longest river of the world, that's why it has a greatest volume of water of any river in the world. It means कि वहाँ पर पानी इतना ज़्यादा उसके अंदर पानी का फ्लो है क्योंकि वो second largest river है. So tell me the name of this river. Yes, well done, Sharoz, Hania. Very good. Very good. This is the Amazon River. Is it clear? So look at the beautiful pictures of this. Yes, Muhammad Ali, very good. So look at the pictures of different pictures of the South American continent. You can see the Andes plains, then the coastal areas of the South America. Is it clear? Then the Then Australia. Australia is the world's smallest continent. Underline these lines. It lies in the southern hemisphere, which means that its seasons flow the opposite cycle to that of the northern hemisphere. The largest island of the continent, also called Australia, यानी इसका जो largest continent है, that is also called Australia, has an important mountain range across its northeastern coast, which is called the Great Dividing Range. So, in first continent, we discuss the continental divide. In North America, there is a continental divide which separates the river system of the continent, and then here is another divide which is called the Great Dividing Range. तो जब रेंज का वर्ड आता है तो इट मीन्स इट इज अ माउंटेन रेंज. Is it clear? Continental divide is the river system, boundary of the river system, and here is the great dividing range. So the largest island of the continent, also called Australia, and it has a great dividing range. The central part of the island is mostly plain, and the major occupation of the people here is livestock and other dairy products. Is it clear? So the occupation of the people of this island, this continent, is the major occupation is livestock farming, and Australia is also famous for producing cheese and other dairy products. So the western part is mainly our desert and plateaus. The great sandy desert is also situated in this part. The variety of wildlife found here quite different from those found in the northern hemisphere. Strange animals such as the kangaroo and kiwi are found in this region and are famous around the world. Is it clear? So this part of the continent is famous for the different species and different type of the animals like kangaroo and kiwi. So the major rivers of the Australian island flow in the eastern side, and the continent also has some lakes, most famous of which is Lake Eyre near the center of the continent. An interesting feature of this continent is Great Barrier Reef near the northwestern coast in the Coral Sea. Underline all these lines, underline the last paragraph. So what is the barrier reef? Great Barrier Reef near the northwestern coast in the Coral Sea. It is um, 2010-kilometer long and made up of corals. This is a special kind of sea animal. Dead corals, which are millions of years old, as well as new live ones, are found here living in the form of colonies, and the reef is only natural structure that is visible from the moon. You can see the picture of coral reef in your book in on the page number 44. You can see this is the picture of coral reef, barrier reef, and this is present in the Coral Sea. Is it clear? So these are the species of animal type thing. Is it clear? Okay. And now you can see Antarctica. Antarctica is the fifth largest continent but was the last one discovered. ये सबसे end पे discover हुआ था. Antarctica is entirely covered with snow. ये snow से already entirely covered है. बहुत सर्दी होती है यहाँ पर, बहुत ज़्यादा snow होती है, and does not have human population. यानी यहाँ पर इंसानी ज़िंदगी मौजूद नहीं है. Antarctica is entirely covered with snow and does not have human population. The most famous residents of this continent are penguins. Underline these lines, these are present in your book. And seals. So the most famous residents, क्योंकि इंसान तो यहाँ पर नहीं है, it is heavily covered with the heavy snow, and it is covered with the heavy snow and does not have human population. So the most famous residents यहाँ पर फिर कौन है वहाँ पर मौजूद? Penguins and seals which can survive in the extreme cold, क्योंकि यही वो दो species हैं जो बहुत extreme सर्दी में जिंदा रह सकते हैं. Many minerals have been discovered on the continent, especially petroleum and natural gas. So underline these lines, and